Oh God, you made us in your own image.
And so begins a presidency where leading by example is a key strategy. The new president's first full day in office began with a physically distanced, mask-on, virtual prayer service. It's the behavior Joe Biden hopes to inspire as he tries to blunt the raging pandemic.
Let me be very clear. Things are going to continue to get worse before they get better.
Biden signed a series of executive orders detailing his plans to improve testing, implement new masking rules, and to launch a coordinated national vaccination strategy. He also announced additional requirements for international travelers, which includes Canadians.
Everyone flying to the United States from another country will need to test before they get on that plane, before they depart, and quarantine when they arrive in America.
Canadians should also expect changes at land border crossings. Biden's plan calls for immediate outreach to the governments of Canada and Mexico to come up with appropriate public health measures at land ports of entry. CBC News has learned Ottawa was given a heads up about the proposals during a high-level staff call between the Trudeau government and the Biden administration. And it's expected to come up again tomorrow during a scheduled call between the president and the prime minister. It's all part of Biden's strategy to boost public confidence in the government's response to the pandemic.
One of the things that we're going to do is to be completely transparent, open, and honest.
After serving on President Donald Trump's coronavirus task force, Dr. Anthony Fauci welcomed the new administration's tone and its promise to take politics out of the pandemic.
If things go wrong, not point fingers, but to correct them and to make everything we do be based on science and evidence.
So, Katie, what more do we know about these new U.S. travel restrictions?
We're still waiting for specifics about quarantine times. The Centers for Disease Control recommends a 10-day isolation period. Now, remember, Canadians have already been urged by the government to avoid non-essential travel to the United States. But authorities here have been pretty lax in some cases about enforcing the rules, especially at airports. It's been very willy-nilly. Now, from everything I understand about what's happening behind the scenes in Ottawa, the Trudeau government is likely to support these new rules. They've had a hard time convincing snowbirds to stay home, and this may help. Adrienne.
All right, thank you for this. Katie Simpson in Washington tonight.